Yo, what's up, guys? All right, so there is a lot of debate going on right now within Vigor when it comes to endgame, grenades, consumables for next season, but we're going to get into that a little bit. Let me just give you guys the news from their dev stream yesterday. Legacy seasons. Let's start with that. Legacy season review, not review, release is early July, along with 8.1, the next update. How much do legacy seasons cost? They cost 330 crowns. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think if you've never played a prior season and it's only 330 crowns, that's not bad. But if you already bought it for 680 and you're like almost done with it, it may not be worth spending 330 crowns to finish it. Which season is coming? It's season number 1, Preppers. All right, we'll throw that up there. Season number 1 Preppers. The coolest part about season number 1, if I can remember correctly, is the outfit, the camo style gas mask hoodie outfit. It's really rare, so you guys will be able to get that. Unfortunately, they're only adding 1, but they did say over time they will add more legacy seasons. They're not going to go away. There's no time limit on them, so you can replay them whenever you want. It does give you something good to do, like if you've already reached level 50 on whatever season this one, or whatever which one, you can play a legacy season, which I think is really cool. So that is the deal with legacy seasons. Update 8.1 is coming early July, like I said. And the main thing with 8.1 is multiple bug fixes, nerfs, and buffs. So there's some gun changes, okay? Shotguns, machine guns are going to make you, they're going to allow you to hit your target a lot easier at close range. That's what they said. So we'll see about that, but that's good, making shotguns more viable again. Big ass nerf to the SG1 and the H bars. A lot of people have been asking for it, and they just nerfed the hell out of them. We're gonna have to wait and see on that. My thoughts are, I mean, they're purple rarity guns, right? And they're like fully automatics with scopes that you can use as sniper rifles, so they should be good. But they're getting a nerf, unfortunately. So we'll have to see about that. What else? Oh yeah, the armor plates. You're gonna get more damage now if you're wearing an armor plate, and you're gonna get staggered too from weapons. So they are doing a little work on that. The portable signal detectors, I believe they are gonna make them so they're not stackable in 8.1, but they did not confirm that. But they did say that if someone uses a portable signal near you, you're gonna get a notification. So just like if someone hits the signal antenna, you get that notification. Well, if someone pops a portable, you're going to get a notification saying, hey, someone just used that. So they are doing a little work when it comes to the portables and the armor plates. Daily challenge improvements. You know how the challenges kind of suck right now? They said that they've semi-fixed it, but it's not going to be here in 8.1. It's going to be here in 9.0. So those are the big things, guys, right there when it comes to what's coming up in early July, legacy seasons, and 8.1. Let's get into some of the stuff that they're asking help for. They're asking help when it comes to the grenades. Grenades are set to land in Vigor in 9.0. Now, when I did the video like a month or two ago about the grenades that we're going to add, you guys had great ideas, and it looks like, you know, they listen and they do watch some of my videos, okay? So they want some ideas when it comes to it. But I'll just go back to my last video. You guys already came up with a bunch of good stuff. You know, gas grenades, smoke grenades. I would like to see some like damage over time grenades, so like Molotovs. And I don't know how practical they're going to be in game. I'm actually going to do a video on grenades separately. But I mean, they better be able to break through windows and stuff, because if they can't, they're really only going to be useful for throwing into the bushes, or, you know, throwing into where you think there's like a camper or something. So but let me know on that. I just don't see you being able to chuck grenades across, you know, the map and stuff like that. But I would take like a rocket launcher or an RPG. I think an RPG should be put in the game. So they're debating on whether the game should be more hardcore or casual. So, and that, you know, a lot revolves around the whole grenade thing. I want the game to be more hardcore. I want them to change the airdrop system and make airdrops worth going after again. We used to have huge battles over the airdrops. Now, there can only be so many people on a map, but they would stick around. You'd have snipers in the hilltops, just huge battles over airdrops. So if we keep pressing them, guys, on the airdrop thing, we might be able to get some traction out of that, where they change it or they up the loot. You know, I would love for them to make the airdrops random, and then for the legendaries to have tons of loot in them to really make it, you know, make players want to go for those legendary airdrops. And if you're curious on my thoughts on that, it's in my previous video. So they need ideas for consumables for next season. Like, let me hear it. I mean, do I have any off the top of my head? Not really. They've already came up with a crap ton. That's probably why they need some ideas. But I mean, the armor plates. I mean, what about a freaking armor helmet, an Iron Man suit? I mean, I don't know. We got to come up with some ideas for them for there. And then the last thing they need is they need ideas for endgame, and this is huge right here. So they were asked, what is Vigor's plans to keep veteran players engaged in looting in the game and playing the game? They said nothing for 8.1 or 9.0, but they're looking into it and for the future. And guys, that is a big question, right? Like, if you've been playing for a long time, your shelter's probably done, okay? You probably have anywhere from like 1,000 to 4,000, 5,000 weapons. You probably have like over 2 million building materials. What else is there to do in Vigor other than go around and pat your stats and kill a bunch of people, play with some friends, and just have a good time? So Vigor does need some endgame content. They talked a little bit about the lore they're going to add and how that may tie people over with the legacy seasons. So the two things I think they should focus on is the shelter area and then better loot in the matches. They may think they've found a good balance in the loot when it comes to the loot in the matches, but I would beg to differ. They did, you know, they do have the 2 loot spots, but they took away the guns and they now have gun parts in them. And the veteran players don't really need guns. They have plenty of them. So it's a recommendation that I've been trying to say is that, you know, let us customize our weapons with different weapon attachments and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we need something to grind for, okay? Other than just patting our stats, killing people, we need something to grind for. One idea that I really liked that someone dropped on my channel was that instead of with the weapon attachment thing, you're able to find them in the matches, which is really cool. And so you don't actually bring them home with you. So when you go into a match, guys, say you bring a AKM or something, well, during that match, you could find a scope for the AKM, or maybe you could find a silencer for the AKM, or an extended mag, and that goes to any of the guns. So in the matches, there's really rare loot, and it comes in the form of weapon attachments for your guns, and you can find them in match. You don't bring them home with you, but if you find them, you can put them on, and you can use them in game. I think that would be really cool, but you guys are going to have to give me some ideas on that stuff. So Vigor is asking for ideas when it comes to the consumables for Season 9, what type of grenades they should use, and what type of endgame content they should use. And endgame content is a big, tough, difficult thing right there. Like I said, I think the shelter area, you open that bitch up, okay? You let us explore, you let us fish, you let us hunt. I mean, I would love to be able to build stuff in the shelter area, or add some stuff. But again, until you let other players join your shelter, or you can join your friend's shelter, there's really no point showing it off. Like, if I could paint my house and I can add a pet, or if I could build some cool stuff in the area, I mean, it's cool to do, but there's really no point showing it off if you can't go to other people's shelters. So I think let's go to other people's shelters. Let's do more with the shelter area. And in terms of in-game, obviously, like, new maps, new content is great. But what loot are you going to add, Vigor, that are going to keep people playing, you know, keep those veteran players playing your game? So other than just stats, right, like how many kills you got and all that. So the best loot they can put in, I think, is making the airdrop random, increasing the gold airdrops to crazy loot, make people go for that, make the game fun and intense. You're going to have grenades going off, RPGs, crazy battles, and then really rare attachments for the guns inside the match. I'll go for that. I would love to be able to go back to the shelter and mess around with all my weapons and really customize my favorite weapons. I would prefer that, and you get the stuff by looting in game. But if you're not going to give us that, I would definitely take getting weapon attachments in the matches and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think and what you guys would love to see Vigor do. We're going to be coming up to the next update, which looks like it's going to be a pretty big one. So I am looking forward to that. I will be playing Vigor more after the next update, early July, guys, all right? And then I'm definitely looking forward to Season 9, which it looks like they're going to be adding a lot new content, new map, and a lot of new things. So if you can, guys, if you're still with me, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I appreciate all the support from you guys, and I'll see you soon. I'm out of here. Peace.